Well, here we go. Scorpio, happy birthday. It's your, so I'm doing a thing. It's your November general. And since love always comes up, I'm just not going to do a love reading. I thought I was going to, but we're going to do your Samhain reading at the same time. We're going to do something different. We're going to do a Wheel of the Year reading. Please check the description box for everything you need to know, including who I am, how you can donate to the channel, if you want to book a personal reading with me. I'm clairsentient, clairaudient, claircognizant. If I hear ringing in my ears on, okay, fine. We'll go like that. Fine. If I hear ringing in my ears on my right hand side, that means I am hearing messages from people that I know that have passed on. If I'm hearing it on my left, that means I'm getting messages from my spirit guides. Sound is a very important time of year. It is considered the end of the pagan year. And so what we are going to do is we're going to do a Wheel of the Year reading. Please hit, shared love, show the love. Please hit this button if you like what I do. So we're going to get started with you with an oracle card from the Shaman Dreams Oracle. These ones right here. I'm not going to read from the book. I just don't. I'm going to intuitively do my thingy here. We'll shuffle up for you. And yeah, we'll do it. I'm a little nervous. It's been a hot minute since I've done this reading. Usually I just do a personal reading for myself. With this one, it's easy to get psychic indigestion when you're doing this read, but we're just going to do it. Channeled songs I had for you were Stairway to Heaven, The Truth by Limp Bizkit. Stairway to Heaven needs no introduction. It's really, it's probably the most overplayed Zeppelin song in the world. But you know, it was, it's kind of creepy because I'm getting all these songs that are kind of personal at the same time. The lyrics at least are. But that's something for you. There's something about that for you. Something about the sign on the wall. The sign on the wall I'm getting over here. The sign on the wall, because the words have double meanings. You can check out the lyrics to that. And then The Truth, there's something about somebody praying, because in that song, he's like, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yeah, and he says that over and over again in the bridge. So I think that's something that you have to take a look at as well. And then Spectre by Radiohead. What do we have for you? The Farther Gate, Bold Step Forward. Isn't it interesting that I was just saying about the Stairway to Heaven? This is 55, card 55. So 10 and 1. That's what it breaks down to. We're also, by the way, we're going to do some numbers of significance for you for the next year, as well as our magnetic poetry, of course, as we always do. But let's take a look at this for a second. The Farther Gate, a bold step forward. So this is indeed about beginnings and endings, if you think about it right here. It's about stepping beyond that gate, shutting the door on something, and beginning anew with something else. And I think if we really look at the lunar eclipse that's going to be happening on October 28th, it really is a time, it's an opportunity for you to shut the door on things from the past, but you really do have to shut the door and move beyond the farther gate in order to be able to experience new. And I think that is also of significance here is that 55, because of course 10 breaking down to a 1, endings and beginnings. You have to release in order to be able to see things move forward. And Scorpio, I know that for you personally, you're all about transformation. You're all about endings. You're all about pulling the tower. You're all about pulling the death so that you can transform something, so that you can regenerate. And so that's something of significance for you that you should be familiar with. But it's an invitation for you to do that, if any time, absolutely now. Okay? Let's take a look now at, what do I want to do now? I don't know what I want to do now. Well, let's use one of my personal favorites, the Botticelli, and we're going to use that one for you, for your main spread. We're going to look at first you. The center of the spread will be you. Okay, so what is your energy moving into this new year, this new wheel of the year that we're doing for you? What is your energy? Please also check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. Scorpio, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Somebody's got their father on their mind, or the lessons of the father. It could also be the lessons of the church religion. I don't necessarily prescribe to that. I think that we all have lessons that we gather throughout our lifetime. Take what you will and leave the rest, right? But I'm not here to preach on you about religion, right? I think that's just the significant piece of the song. And then also there's a sign on the wall, right? I already said that about the channeled messages. and the double meaning of the sign on the wall. But let's see what your energy is. Oh yeah, twist for fairness. We can't not do the twist for fairness. There's something that's sticking out for you though. You see that when I twisted them? Let's see. Scorpio, what is your energy for this year coming up, as well as November? But let's move into the year. Let's start something, you know? Wheel of the year, your energy. We got one. What is it? The Empress. Okay. This is time for you to connect with the earth, to connect with your higher self, the part of you that is regal, that it is deserving of all that is powerful upon the earth. Something of creative power as well. The Empress is somebody who is divine feminine in the ultimate, in the supreme divine feminine, and somebody who rules with a fair, nurturing hand, the life giver in the tarot, Taurus energy on this. You might have a Taurus North Node, I'm hearing over here, but this is about you connecting with that divine feminine piece of yourself. Fertility, fertile creative ideas are springing forward for you, and you're really stepping into that power of the divine feminine at this time. What is your challenge? What is your challenge during this year coming up? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You're really lucky because it's your birthday season. So you really hit the jackpot on this one, I think. Let's see. What do we got? Tell me what the challenge is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus during this wheel of the year that we are springing forward on now. I mean, you know, our clocks will be falling back. I don't know when, but that's too many cards. But yeah, what's your challenge? I am not your aficionado on when the clocks fall back. I have to Google it every year. Or somebody always tells me, I'm like, oh yeah. I just trust my phone. It's kind of like the weather. You never know until you step outside, right? Let's see what we got for you. This is kind of messing with me. I just got to move it. There we go. Thank you. Challenge. What is your challenge? I'm probably going to move it back also so I have more real estate. What do we got? We have some that are flipping around here, twisting around for you. Okay, there it is, the Sun. Your challenge is your happiness. So while you're being creative, while you're stepping into your divine feminine power, while you're being nurturing, be careful because the sun can scorch. But also, sorry, your happiness. Your challenge is your happiness. So while there is the ruler that is the femininity and the Empress and the connectedness with the earth and the creative urges of the earth, it's also a challenge for you to be able to see your happiness, to see your wish fulfillment, to be able to step into that at the same time is a challenge for you. And it will be a challenge for you during the year to grant your own wishes, but those immediate wishes that you want to see come into fruition. I think I had already said it, but the carefulness not to scorch, right? Be careful not to scorch, because the sun is, you know, a life giver as well, but it can also burn, right? Right? Okay, let's see what we have for you in October. What is the power of October for you? October for Scorpio. And if I get 3, I'll just roll right through. Okay. We had some that wanted to come out, but they didn't. Also, I'm doing laundry and baking potatoes because I made chili. The West Coast is also called the Wet Coast for a reason. Let's see. Scorpio, October's energy. October's energy. You know what I should just do? I should just flip them. I should just like knock and cut it, the deck, and tell you what it is. We're going to clarify anyway. Do you want to just do that? We should just do that, shouldn't we? Let's do it. I think I've shuffled sufficiently. Something significant happened for you, October. This is now. Okay. So we have the Hermit in the reverse. The Hermit in the reverse for November and October. So we'll go November. November. December, we have the 10 of Swords. January, we have the 8 of Wands. February, we have the 9 of Wands. March, we have the Lovers in the reverse. April, we have the Tower. That's you. May, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. June, we have the Magician in the reverse. July, we have the Chariot in the reverse. August, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, the Four of Swords. Bear with me, guys. October, the Fool. Beautiful. That's what we got for you here. Okay. Let's see here. All right. We'll get moving. Celebration happening as well. There's cause for celebration in all this energy that you're doing. There's celebration over the endings and beginnings. Okay, energy of the Hermit in the reverse for November. We'll be using to clarify the Sun, Moon Tarot. Sun and Moon Tarot. There's a little guy here. The Hermit in the reverse. There's a truth. There's a truth that you come to realize moving through your birthday season, a connectedness with yourself, that you come to realize a deep personal truth, something that is, you know, just something you can't hide from anymore. It was something that you took a long time to realize, something that you've had inner dialogue about for quite some time. Tell us more about the Hermit. Virgo energy on that. Any more? Any more? We got another one. Okay. So these two, we got the Two of Cups in the reverse as well as the Seven of Cups. So you've had, one of the truths that you've learned has to do with not meeting up, not having a union of the two because you have additional options. I told you I didn't need to do a love reading, didn't I? Yeah. This truth has to do with the reason you haven't met up with somebody. You've decided that it's not prudent for you to meet up with one person, that perhaps your worth is such that you don't necessarily need to limit your options of an emotional sense. I don't necessarily know that that's just, you know, one person, or that it's a romantic thing. It could be a family thing. Limiting yourself and isolating yourself. You've decided not to isolate yourself because you have so many people, so many cups being extended out to you. And you're looking inwards to decide, to discern which connections, which personal connections you have in life are of value to you right now through November. Ten of Swords in December. You're going through some pain in December. Some healing, some grief, some end to something painful. Some disappointment, grief, loss, and abandonment. Tell us more about the Ten of Swords for December for Scorpio. That's one hell of a stack of cards to have flipped. I'm not taking all this. You have a lot to say about it. What is it in particular that you have to say about it? Again, you have a lot to say about it. The grief, disappointment, and loss in December coming to you. There's one. Anything else? The Ten of Swords. Okay. You have more. Sorry guys, I'm working with limited real estate here. Eight of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse. The Ten of Swords in the upright. A grief, disappointment, and loss, and an ending. There's an argument that happens during December where somebody is warring with somebody else, potentially over a legacy or over a home, the counting house. You realize that you're no longer trapped in a situation that has to do with money. After somebody, not necessarily money, it could even just be the tangible side of things, the material side of things. At that Emperor in the reverse, somebody loses their temper. And there's disappointment over it. It ends, the nature of a connection. It ends something in December ends with disappointment and grief. Where there was once great prosperity. But there's a sense of freedom that comes with it here. There's a sense of freedom about no longer having to sit in that energy and feel, because you're no longer feeling trapped with that Eight of Swords in the reverse. So there's a freedom that comes with the warring faction here with the Emperor and that Ten of Swords in the upright. The Ten of Swords in the upright here. I'll show you. I got some glare here. Give me a sec. Sorry guys, I can't do the glare anyway, and there might still be glare. But you see here, December, you have a Ten of Swords there. Yeah, this is budget, isn't it? But the Ten of Swords here, this grief, this disappointment. You're disappointed over something, where somebody's lost their temper, or they're sitting in a tyrannical side of themselves that you may not have seen before. And it kind of gets you to a place where there's an ending of something that was prosperous as a result of somebody kind of getting in abuse of power. Their abuse of power ends something that was once prosperous. But there's a freedom of sorts that comes with that. Like you're no longer obligated to something. Aries energy. Looking at the rolling into January, we have the Eight of Wands. There's communication coming in January. Could be right around the time where, you know, our calendar year happens. The new year. The new year. What is this communication for Scorpio? Got one already. I don't know what it is. I'll just put it there. What is the communication coming in for Scorpio? Ooh, there's a great deal of communication. I won't take all of these, but I'm taking this one. Anything else? Anything else about this communication? Actually, wait. Let me look at these first. Communication. You guys get to be the guinea pigs. Happy birthday. Yeah. So the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. There's victory. Somebody's coming to you with communication about somebody's impulsive actions. They're telling you about somebody's impulsive actions and how they've held back from impulsive action, or somebody's communicating to you about how they're not going to be taking impulsive action. They're going to be holding off on something. Seems to be a win of sorts for you. There's victory for you in that. Hearing that somebody's not doing that, that somebody's not moving forward impulsively like you would have expected them to. Gemini energy on this one. But the communication is coming in swiftly. The communication is coming in swiftly, I'm hearing. There's victory in it for you. No. One sec. Sorry. So somebody might even be coming to you and telling you about how somebody's impulsive actions have led to a victory for you in the court system. I don't know why I got that, but I was kind of just turning my baked potatoes and heard that. Somebody's swift action didn't serve them so well, or your self-control and holding back from impulsive action back in December ended up resulting in your victory, in a sense. And that's the communication that's rolling in. February. Actually, let me hear more about this for Scorpio. Five Pentacles, yeah, they're feeling left out and cold. Whoever did this kind of ended up alienating themselves, or you know, you've felt alienated until his communications come in. Yeah, it was about the conflict. It was about the conflict. There was a decision that was made, or that somebody is arriving at a decision. And you've achieved victory. Nine of Wands for February. We have for you. February for Scorpio. Nine of Wands being still being on guard and apprehensive, defensive. after being through all of this in December and January, the ordeal that is December and January for you. I don't want you to get too freaked out about it. It could be something small, but it seems to be something of freedom for you and victory. But you still feel apprehensive and on guard. It could be, I always say that, I always catch myself in my readings going, it could very well be 8 million times. But it may be that you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, even though you know that you've won out. You've heard that you've won out in this situation here, this ordeal. And that you're kind of waiting for this person to come back around with something else to say. Like, yeah, this last time they weren't impulsive with their BS, but now maybe they will be. Let's see. Why are you on guard? Why are you on guard and apprehensive during February? Do I have a flipper in here that I didn't see? I don't think I do. Okay. Tell me more about that. For Scorpio. That's about the 9 of Wands here for February. Okay. We have the 2 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. You got a lot of 5s. You got a lot of change happening for you. 2 of Wands and 5 of Swords. Anything else? Yeah, you're holding off on new action. Holding off on new action because you felt that you could trust somebody that you can't. You felt that you deceived yourself, that you could trust somebody that you knew. Yeah, you knew somebody better. You thought you knew them better than that. You thought you knew somebody better than what this outcome was during December and January. You do have a choice in a relationship, Gemini. Gemini keeps coming up for you. Why does Gemini keep coming up for you? Gemini, and then there was Sagittarius there with that Judgment in the reverse. You have a choice in a relationship. You have a choice to move forward, but you're holding off on the choice. You're apprehensive because you thought you knew somebody better than you did. And now you're forced to make a choice when it comes to a relationship that you thought was like this, you know? It's forcing you to make a choice that you didn't want to have to make because you thought you knew somebody better, and you're apprehensive and on guard, and you don't want to have to make the choice. You're defensive. You're defensive over it. Interesting, because we do have the Lovers in the reverse coming up for you for March. Gemini again. It's after sitting back and not making the choice and being defensive, all of a sudden in March you're making the choice. What is the choice that you're making? What is the choice that Scorpio is making in terms of this super tight connection for March? What is the choice? Temperance, Sagittarian energy, healing. You're choosing to heal. You're either choosing to heal a connection or you're choosing to heal yourself. But it's a choice nonetheless. You're still having to hold your temper. I don't think it's funny, guys. I just, yeah, it's what people didn't expect. In an interesting twist of fate for yourself, you've decided to hold off on making any new choices, which is also a choice, by the way. It's also a choice not to choose sometimes, but it's deciding to stand still, to allow the wheel to sit for a moment instead of spinning it forward. It might also be that you have a reversal of fortune that forces you to heal something, to hold your temper, but you're choosing to heal. Anything else? Anything else on that one? What are we choosing to heal here? I feel like it's a choice to you're choosing yourself. I just saw the Eight of Wands. Yeah. You're choosing to heal. You're choosing to go within and reevaluate your personal truths. You're choosing to go within to self-reflect. Deep introspection, Virgo energy. You're taking a minute. You're putting a pause on everything. April, we have the Tower. Something unexpected is happening. You know, sometimes we pull these moments ourselves in order to build from the ground up. This is something that you have great respect for as a Scorpio individual. What is the Tower that's happening during April? I just saw the Tower in the reverse as well. Okay, we had the Four of Swords and the Three of Wands. What did I say? Healing. Healing, deep introspection. Oh, there's another one that was hiding here in Eight of Cups. Okay, so the shocking moment, shocker, you're walking away from something that would have been of great emotional fulfillment and surveying the land that's ahead of you. Healing, meditating, taking the time, taking the appropriate amount of time. People are shocked by this. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic thing, but here you're walking away from something and people were expecting you to stick around for it. You're deciding to pull the plug on something, and it's a moment that's surprising to others. But you're doing it in order to take a moment for yourself, just like with that Hermit card before, like I said. You're taking a moment to yourself, to speak to yourself, to mindfulness. You're trying to exercise mindfulness so that your decisions moving forward, that you know which path you want to walk. The three here. You're trying to choose the correct path moving forward. Don't pay attention to the card, the keywords on the cards. So cool. May coming up with the High Priestess in the reverse. May, we've got the High Priestess in the reverse. This is just going to look like a giant clusterfuck of cards to you guys. But May, we have the High Priestess in the reverse, Piscean energy. There are secrets coming out. And it's actually knocking your intuition off because there are things coming to light, coming out of the darkness that you weren't necessarily aware of. This is also things that are hidden, the mysteries of the occult. But this is stuff that you're coming into focus on. Sorry guys, my hair's just kind of starting a new thing tomorrow, and I'm gonna be doing my hair then, so I decided not to today. Anyway, tell us about what these secrets are. Tell us about the stuff that's coming out. You can't follow your intuition. That's a part of the reason you have all this healing and, you know, inner work that you're doing through the spring. This one. What else? And it's okay to do that, guys. Scorpio gets a bad rap for being consistent with being private, but it's important to be private. It's important to think to yourself about the things that you want, and if they're what you truly want. Connecting with yourself and having that inner dialogue is super important to you, because the things that you thought that you knew, you didn't know back here in December. And you thought what you were giving to that was going to be lucrative for you wasn't, and it was a trapping of sorts for you. You felt trapped in it. So you have to reevaluate everything that you used to know. It's almost like having a Hierophant in the reverse. All of these cards up here, and that sucks. But what are the secrets? What are the secrets that are coming to light in May? You have 2 more. Okay, let's see them. Oh shit, we had 4. Okay. The Hierophant, what did I say? It's a Hierophant in the upright. The Knight of Cups in the reverse, the 3 of Pentacles in the upright, and the 9 of Swords. Okay. So, giving yourself permission to hold off on romanticism. Holding off on romanticism or not responding. Exercising belief and faith in something, or even connecting with somebody who can provide you with a sense of wisdom. This is the belief system. Somebody isn't necessarily being romantic with you because they're trying to exercise something that has to do with their faith. That's the secret that comes out. They're connected with their faith, and so they can't be connected with the romantic action towards you. Friendship instead, just friends. Also, because their equilibrium was off in between mind, body, and spirit. And it put them in 9 of Swords there. Nine of Swords being sleepless nights, anxiety, nightmares, being up at night, nervousness. Gave them anxiety to not, so it gave them anxiety that they had to hold off on romantic action because of their beliefs. This could also be dogma, ruling somebody, keeping somebody from expressing their romanticism. But this is a secret. Your intuition was off about somebody. You thought that you could believe that the connection with them was strong, but the connection with them did not supersede their beliefs, and their beliefs got in the way. They couldn't connect with you. They couldn't take action towards you, or vice versa. Maybe you couldn't take action towards them because your beliefs rule the day. You couldn't grant yourself permission. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see these. I'm trying to let you see them instead of me looking at you. Because you wanted to make sure that your spirituality is important to you, and your spirituality is lacking, or somebody else's spirituality was taking a back seat. June, we have the Magician in the reverse. Man, you're just getting, you're going through it. You're going through some deep stuff. This is illusion. This is trickery. A lack of manifestation. A lack of connectedness with the self. Therefore, a lack of the ability to connect with the elements. I feel like this is somebody else. Gemini energy, Virgo energy on this. You got Gemini, 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 Gemini. Yeah, June. Somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Why? In June. Somebody coming back around, trying to tell you that they've changed. Yeah. Tell me more. Why? Tell us more about this Magician. See if the cards say the same thing. This is what this is doing over here. What? Oh, well, I can't take all of those, but two stuck. Queen of Swords, you know, justice, fairness, equilibrium, and the Devil, temptation. They're trying to tempt you. Capricorn energy, Libra energy. Somebody's trying to tell you that they can build something on the tangible plane with you, but they have a lack of respect for what can be built on the tangible plane. There's also something to do with the law here. Trickery when it comes to what is fair, equal, just. Tempting you to step onto the side of what is imbalanced. Or there's illusion. Illusion that causes fear, obsession, greed. There's just a lack of respect for all the things on the earthly plane. Indulgence. There are indulgences that are out of balance to the point of injustice. Either that, or you're going to bring these things into balance and equilibrium. There'll be a realization of this, that there are illusions. Somebody's tempting you. Somebody's tempting you. Somebody's a Scorpio, Sag, Cusper. But there's temptation here. Somebody's utilizing temptations and indulgences in conjunction with illusion. With that Magician in the reverse. And justice will befall them. Justice will befall them. Anything else on that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We had another one, did we? We did. Sorry, let me just get that for you. Page of Wands. There's a little bit of passionate communication. You might give them what for. Somebody else give them what for. I think you're going to give them what for. Oh, that's why it's so tempting, because of the passionate communication that they're sending towards you. They might not necessarily be sending it. They might actually be speaking it into existence, but that's how they're doing it. The illusions that they're presenting to you aren't something that they're actually acting out. They're speaking it out. And words are extremely powerful, guys. You know, karma works in 3 different forms. Thought, word, then action, right? Okay. Well, there's the Empress. So there's a groundedness and connectedness with the earth and creativity that you're going to need to use. Step into your divine feminine power. Taurus, Libra on that. We have Libra twice here. So there will be justice. There's a need to balance out. There's greed here, look. Now, ain't that a hot damn? Isn't that what I thought? I mean, to me, I could be wrong, but that kind of, to me, I don't know if my camera will do it, that kind of looks like a bag of money. I could be wrong. It might be a potion or something. It might be a potion. This person is using words to try and bewitch you. Okay, all right. The Chariot. So July, August, September, October, yeah. July, we have the Chariot in the reverse. Look at that. We have the Chariot in the reverse for you for July. No movement forward. There might be something you were expecting as far as delays with, you're getting delays with travel. Something about delight. You're delighted with a delay in travel, or somebody's delighted with your delay in travel. There's also, if you were expecting to change addresses, or somebody was going to change address, it's not happening. It's not happening. Cancerian energy, which is interesting that we're in July for that. Ass end of it. What's going on with this? What is the no movement forward do we have there? Well, no, but we did have one. Keep that one. What else? Tell us about this. Yeah, check out your other placements, guys. Fucking double Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, there's brakes being put on something. No travel. No travel. No travel. Double Chariot in the reverse. Oh my God. You're putting an end to something. You're putting a stop to something. Do you see this? Chariot in the reverse, and a death. You're ending something. July, you're ending something. You're saying no. You're putting a kibosh on it. You're putting the brakes on it. You're hitting the brakes on something that was going to move forward. You're saying, I will not move forward on this. That's your energy. You're halting something from moving forward, or somebody is standing in your way. There's a major obstacle here. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, we got a whole bunch that are... Do we have a whole bunch or do we not? Okay, sorry. We do have these three. Okay, let's see. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Lack of investment. What's this one? Justice. Okay, alright. There you go. What are you putting a halt on? What are you ending? You're getting justice for something here. Somebody didn't invest in something. Did somebody try to take some money? You're spending and somebody else isn't. Good after, didn't I say with that Empress that somebody was holding up the money bag? It's like somebody was trying to tempt you with words. You were seeing the illusion, but you also didn't save, or somebody else didn't save up for something. And there was a lack of material investment or energetic investment. And so it needs to be brought back into balance and equilibrium, like it will be with the Justice card there. You're doing yourself justice, I'm hearing. You're doing yourself justice by putting a halt on it, putting up barriers and blockades, ending it. There will be no movement forward. Okay, let's see August. August. I'm shuffling backwards now, by the way, guys. August. What do we have for you? August. With this is a Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and you're not speaking about it. You're not speaking to somebody about it. You aren't spending the coin on it. You're actually telling somebody you're not going to spend the coin. More. I will not spend any more. I won't spend another penny. Something you were funding. Tell us more, Scorpio. For Scorpio on that Page of Pentacles. They call them knaves in this deck. The Hanged Man. I will not spend a penny more. Trying to gain perspective on something. Halted something, right? You're putting yourself up there. Piscean energy. You would like to look at things from all angles before you spend any more. You are, it's like an audit. Not an audit against you, but like an audit. You want an audit of spending. You want to see where all of the funds that you've been providing somebody are going. You want to gain perspective on it. Tell me more. Tell me more. For August. Okay, yeah, and you're shocked. You're shocked to find something. You find something when you look at it all. You're going through, it's like I'm seeing, going through everything line by line by line by line so that you can gain a better understanding of something, because you refuse to spend a penny more. And you find something out because you have new awareness. Look at that. Look at that. You have new awareness. It all comes crashing down. It all comes crashing down. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Aquarian energy. Something you have to heal. Something that you were looking up at the stars about. Something you thought was a wish. The word wish. The word wish. Could be with online shopping. Okay. Passionate leadership energy. Ruling with a firm hand. Leo, Aries energy. This will be in the Leo side of August rather than the Virgo side. It's about the beginning of a relationship that didn't begin. The standstill of something that was supposed to begin of emotional fulfillment. That was supposed to be your star. That's the shocking moment. You decided to move on the path towards healing again. Or you could find something out that had to do back in the Aquarius season, so February, March. You'll find something line by line by line. Shocking, you find it. September, we have the Four of Swords. Interesting, you're back in this healing energy in September. Meditating. I'm shuffling forward again. Meditating. Healing. Healing on what? Healing on what, Scorpio? In September. Healing on what? Taking a minute and healing on what? Anything else on that? I have one that's on the table. Oh, I have two. Okay, healing on what? Well, that one wanted to flip. Yeah, a lack of creative spark and inspiration. You're trying to regain your inspiration, your creative spark, your passionate drive towards something. This is a matchstick of the divine. You're trying to figure out how you can regain inspiration and drive to move forward passionately towards something. This one flipped a couple of times. How to communicate. Learning how to effectively communicate. Anything else? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Learning how to effectively communicate and evaluate how others communicate so that you're no longer deceived. So there's no longer, so that you don't walk into treachery repeatedly. The Fool we have for October. So finally, we have October being the Fool. This is the end of your wheel of the year. It's risk-taking for you. You're deciding to take a risk. You're deciding to bet on something finally again. Begin anew, you know, at the end of your year. Aries energy. Being adventurous for the purpose of learning. What do we have for you on that? Why? There's one. Anything else? Anything else for the Fool? For Scorpio for October of next year. Tell me, what do we see? Okay, all right. Ace of Swords in the reverse. You're taking a risk on something. Damn. Okay. Somebody isn't following their intuition. They're not connecting with their heart space. It's a Cancerian individual, and there's deception at foot, lies, a lack of truth. You're taking a risk on somebody who in the past has not been truthful with you, where you hadn't followed your intuition prior. I think that you're doing so because you've gone through a great deal of healing and a great deal of seeking within yourself where you could have done differently in the past. I think that you'll be wiser in the future dealing with somebody, and that's why you're taking the risk. Anything else? Anything else? You're taking the risk, though. The risk taking is still there. but it's somebody that's screwed you over before, despite your intuitive sense not to allow them to. Six of Cups in the reverse. The reason you're doing this is because there's a wish fulfillment or a childhood goal that you hadn't fulfilled. It's like, oh, it's almost like you're doing it because you've healed your inner child, or you keep doing it and banging your head against the wall to see if it still hurts because you haven't healed your inner child. That's some tough ass work. You keep coming back to it over and over again, all through here, and the merry-go-round of crazy continues. And now we have the Page of Pentacles in the upright. You're deciding to go with it. I'd like you to look at that. Where in your past has this always been a thing for you, and how does it connect with the things that you in your deep, deep, deep past weren't able to give yourself, or weren't able to give others, or it wasn't provided to you? Because you're trying to resolve something, and you keep on making the same mistake over and over and over again with other people in your life. Romantic connections, family connections, friends. Trying to give and give and give despite your intuition. That nagging feeling that you know it's not right. Okay, all right. Let's see the numbers for you. Numbers for Scorpio for this year. Let's see, I haven't pulled these bad boys out in a while, so we'll see what we have for you. Numbers of significance for November 2023 through to October 2024. We have 8, which is of the self, the need to focus on the self, which you're doing. The 7, which is spirituality. 2, pairs, equilibrium, balance. And then 1, beginnings, like I had said. Let's get your magnetic poetry. I'm going to try and give you a little bit more poetry if I can here today, but let's dig in here deep. Let's see for Scorpio the magnetic poetry that we need to look at for this Wheel of the Year. Okay. You're saying yes a lot, always. You're saying yes, always. There's always buts. There's always things that people are saying, yeah, but... Yeah, like I said, I just flipped over the word say. As I said, people are always saying, yeah, but. People are always saying that to you. There you go. They're always telling you everything's peachy keen. Anyway, Scorpio, I hope this helped. I definitely would look at where you can put an end to things. Bad cycles, poor cycles. This doesn't have to befall you. But it's a great period of introspection that we have upon us right now. Moving into this eclipse, very timely, and you have a strength within you to deal with this kind of stuff. So look back, take stock. That's important for you. Anyway, hit this button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll go back to the regular set of everything for December. We'll see you when we see you next. Bye. I mean, this is just, exquisitely unorganized. Again, this is why I don't show my board. Anyway, we'll see you when we see you next. Be well. Bye.